Ladies and gentlemen, the Kings of Con.
Stance better than you. I feel like you're.
I was like, what are we doing? Oh, we're doing that. And I was too far away, so I was like,
Hi, everybody. Thank you, band, for playing that song. You may not know us. We've been kind of behind the scenes all weekend.
yeah. It's weird to be out on stage. Wow, this place is huge.
I mean, whoa. That's Robbie. I'm Richie. And we're here with you on Sunday. How's it been going? I'm going to pretend like I haven't been there the whole time. Like, anything interesting? Anything cool? Anything chat right here?
We know Sunday's a pretty mellow day.
Chat happens. I can do this all day. The chat.
You got the chat thing, yeah. I love you too.
Well, and you said that to his bottom. Yeah, you did. So you know. What? Yeah, no, I sloppy seconds, I'm good. Your I love you, Rob was loud and clear. Everybody, in case you don't know, one of the many things Minneapolis, Minnesota has had, the gifts keep being given to this town. From us. We're just the gift givers to these people. And you've earned them.
What do we
give? You gave them the theater. What we gave them the shack.
Give the shack.
You gave the shack. You gave them Purple Rain and a whole bunch of their own shit. You gave them Deputy Warrior. You gave them the first time since your episodes aired that God and Lucifer is here at the stage. True. And now, you people are home to the very first ever to occur panel for Kings of Con. This is it. We're having a moment. Now, granted, this is not just about Kings of Con, but it is, inspired by the fact that Robbie and I are doing the show. Creation, with whom we are working on the show, said, we should give you guys a slot. We should do the thing. We should talk about the show.
Rich said, I'm not feeling it.
It's a bad idea. Robbie said, why is it? I said, why are you talking to me like that? He said, Rich, calm down. I said, get out of my house.
I said, why are you doing all these drugs? Give me the needle.
I said, I'll put on pants when I'm ready to put on pants. Now leave me be.
And then slowly we got him. We got a wheelbarrow.
Yep.
Got him out of the house.
Yep.
Got him here.
Wrapped me in burlap and poof. The first ever Kings of Con panel.
And you know what else we gave them? Non sequitur of sorts. Yep. But I've never seen Jensen and Jared act out that scene, him being scared. Guys, in all my years of conventioning with them, I've never seen that done.
No, that was new and fun.
I enjoyed it.
That was a good last question.
Second to last question.
Wasn't that the last question? It was great.
Yeah, that was a quiz, and you got it right.
The yes/no game.
You get to go to the next level.
Quick backstory for those who don't know. Kings of Con is a television show. Well, I guess we saw a show. It's airing on a digital platform, what the kids call it these days.
Like a Netflix.
Yeah, and it is going to be airing on CCHQ, Comic-Con HQ. It'll launch this October-ish, somewhere in the fall. Mm-hmm. More details to follow, and it stars Rob Benedict, who to my left, and it stars Richard Speight, and it is written by gentleman to my left, Rob Benedict, and Richard Speight, and we made the show it's inspired by our experiences with you people over the last 7 years, and really focusing on the craziest people in the room every day, all day, and that is always, of course, the actors who are paid to be there. Namely Rob and Rich.
That's behind the scenes. It's a behind the scenes.
Not a reality show, single camera comedy.
Yeah, inspired by some real life situation.
Some people you know are involved. Some people named Kim Rhodes. Some people named Matthew Cohen. Some people named Sebastian Roche. Some people, actually all the people that I know who are named Audrey Chow are involved. Gil McKinney.
A person that hasn't been doing cons as much recently, but I know you all love him, Kurt Fuller.
Mr. Mitch Pileggi.
And then some of the smaller actors on Supernatural make appearances. A little actor named Misha Collins. And then of course Jensen and Jared were begging us to put them in it, so they also earn it.
Something, we give something. We're park the cars, something. So they make an appearance.
So they're in it as well.
And then we have some really fun people who are not from the Supernatural universe.
That's right.
We have some great cast members.
Like who, Rich?
Well, good question, Robbie. One of them happens to be a young chap I worked with in Band of Brothers who also happens to star in The Walking Dead, Mr. Michael Cummins.
And is there another person from Band of Brothers who makes an appearance?
Why, I appreciate you asking that pre-prepared question. Yes, there is, Robbie. He also is known to do a little comedy work. Certainly has a cult hit under his belt at the film Office Space. Ron Livingston. We're very excited about. I believe also comedy television star Lindsay Sloan.
Yes.
From The Odd Couple.
The Odd Couple. She's in the show.
And Josh Myers. Darn funny. From a million things. So it's just awesome. We're tickled pink about the show and we've shot it and now we're editing it and we will bring it to you soon.
And we're being purposely vague about when it's. We actually do know an exact date. We just can't say yet, but it's definitely this fall and it's around October. So look for it in October. So pretty soon we'll be able to tell you.
How cryptic, Robbie.
Exactly.
You know what? You piqued my interest. I already know and I want to know. I want to know more. Robbie, you're throwing out. Let's take questions. And by the way, questions can be about Supernatural or whatever. But now you're up to speed on what we're doing outside the Supernatural universe. So there you go. Go ahead.
I was wondering if an original soundtrack was going to be produced for the show.
We will have a score that is done by Jay Gruszka, who is one of the composers for Supernatural. He's working with us to do the score, and the music for the show is being recorded by an ensemble we came across in Los Angeles, California. They go by the name, I believe William Shatner said, Linden Swine. Linden Swine is recording music for the show. Has and will continue to do so. So we're very excited about that. Thank you for your question. You are a person. It's okay. I feel comfortable with our ability to run this.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say thanks for hosting this weekend. I had so much fun. I wasn't planning on coming back today until I had so much fun yesterday.
That's awesome.
Good.
My question is, what is the most fun you've had or craziest thing you've done together?
That's a good question. Rich, stop playing with my mic stand. What's the craziest thing we've done together?
Might be, or I'll say what's most fun that's thrown in there. I think one of the coolest things we've done is Tough Mudder.
That was cool.
That was awesome. For those who don't know, it was Robbie, Osric, Jason Mans, Jared Jensen, you and me, did a Tough Mudder in Austin last year.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. It was an awful course, but it requires teamwork and all this great stuff. We had an absolute blast doing that.
We went to Milan together. That was fun.
Went to Milan. Robbie tried to share a bed with me. I said no.
I thought it was weird.
I thought they wanting to share a bed with me was weird. I thought the whole thing was weird.
It's really, really, really big.
And I feel like you've never really handled it well, including right now.
I feel the opposite.
So that went great. And then I'm trying to think of what else.
We've done together. We really don't talk much outside of this.
Our handlers do. I wonder if our representations.
We always have. I have good fond memories of sometimes my wife and I will pop by his house and have like a drink or dinner together, and that's always.
We actually have civilized social events every now and then. I know it's shocking to think. Here's a fun one. Here's one of my fun early Rob and Rich comedy memories. The first year Rob and I did Comic-Con together, which is one of the super fun things we used to do. We used to do live coverage of Comic-Con from the floor for GameSpot, which was a video game website at the time. Now we did it again this year for CCHQ, but we haven't done it in a year or two, and we used to do it for them. The first year we did it, we were also going to all these parties. These parties in the evening.
Yeah.
And so Robbie had some punch and cookies.
I was overserved.
He was overserved.
It wasn't my fault.
We a letter to the staff the next day. Robbie was overserved.
They put too much alcohol in the 5 drinks I had.
Got his knickers in a bunch about something.
I got really upset about something. I can't remember what it was.
Could be how the wind blows. Who knows? The point is, he went a real tizzy.
We're at a party.
And he stormed out of the party. And
I just left.
He left. He wasn't mad at me. He just bolted.
No, it had nothing to do with Rich. It was something else.
And so he called me. He's like, I took out Rich. I left Rich. I'm like, ticked out Rich.
I'm just walking.
I said, what are you, calm down. What happened? I'm just over it, Rich. I'm over the whole thing, Rich. I'm like, okay, well, Robbie, where are you? I don't know, Rich. I'm lost, Rich.
Somewhere in San Diego.
I don't know. I said, oh, for crap's sake. All right, I've lost Robbie. All right, Robbie. Stop wherever you are. Turn around. Look at the address of where you are, and then call Uber to tell them, or cab. I'm going to pick you up at that address. That's what you need to do. And then you come back to where I am. Alright? Alright, Rich. You're doing it, Rich. Stay on the phone with me. Bye, Rich. And look at the address. I got the address, Rich. I wrote it down. I'm going to hang up and call the cab. Fine. 15 minutes later, he comes back. He gets to the party. Just so mad, Rich. And I got that. And we're back there. Now we're going to calm down. We're going to go to the hotel, call it a night. So, yeah, okay, fine, Rich. I'm like, out of curiosity, where were you? What address were you at? You showed me the address. I'm like, you were at our hotel. You walked all the way home, brought a cab back to me, so we could walk all the way home.
It's kind of like, idiot savant. But
here's the thing. It's idiots, because you said, it wasn't like you said, I'm at my hotel. You were looking at the hotel sign, screaming down the address to go, I don't know where I am. I'm at the hotel.
Hey.
They have a reservation in my name, I don't know.
You blame the bartender. I don't know when he's picking those drinks I ordered.
Super enough beer, it's full of beer. There's beer in this beer.
It was vodka in my vodka tonic. But I would love to have a rebuttal or something to say about what I was thinking. But literally the next morning I was like, when did we take a cab somewhere? I literally did not even remember. And kids, that goes to show you, alcohol's not good. It's not, I don't recommend it.
It's not your friend. There you go.
Yeah, there were a lot of stories that came from those days.
The early days.
The early days.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
When writing Minncon, what did you take into consideration when writing yourselves as characters?
That's a good question.
That's interesting.
Our whole thing was to create a characterized version of ourselves, to take this part of ourselves that sometimes comes out on stage with you guys and kind of blow that up a bit. So it really did feel like we were playing a character, even though I'm playing Rob. I'm playing a certain part of Rob that's sort of been blown up. And I think there are parts of him and parts of me that we kind of make fun of and make us laugh, and those are the parts. For me, writing some of the episodes, I loved writing the banter between us because it was the comedy version of us that makes us laugh.
Right. I think Robbie and I kind of developed, obviously this idea to do the show was developed on the road doing these conventions. But so were the personas. The personas were really born out of the idea that when we started hosting these things, in Vegas a couple years ago, we didn't know what the hell we were doing, we never hosted anything, so we come out here just to make up crap, which is what we still do.
Yeah, we still do.
But we were more nervously making up crap out of desperation and and desire to not get fired. And so that sort of heightened version of Cranky Rich and Nebbish Rob, albeit facets of our actual personalities, but much more amped up in terms of how we would banter back and forth, and it created sort of a dichotomy of characterizations that related well, but were different enough to be interesting in terms of what we did on stage. And so we just took that to the page and made that a thing. They're not adversaries. The thing about Rob and Rich on the show is, they're in it to win it together. So, when they step and poop and walk on the white carpet, they're doing it in unison. They're each other's best allies, they're worst enemies, so they're not at each other.
Yeah, one is doing it because the other told them to walk this way.
Yeah, exactly. So, it was, I'm not going to say easy, but it wasn't hard to find that rhythm, because we developed it live on stage. In many ways, it's taking improv characters you've worked out for so long and then making a movie that improv, or making a show based around that improv. So we kind of had the characters down from doing this all the time. It's the greatest thing in the world. We can workshop everything we want to do here. A lot of the plot points are based on real things that have happened to us at conventions, that when we tell the story, we'll find the humor in retelling the story. We can work out the beats of what it is, and then we know, oh, this works. We can actually make this part of what we're doing. So it was interesting and fun. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. Hi guys, I just wanted to say that I think you are so amazing and I love you both so much, and you have really helped make this a very special weekend for me. So I have a two-part question. My best friend of 10 years really changed our relationship for the better when she introduced me to Supernatural. So I was wondering if there were any defining or special moments that helped change your guys' relationship from just two guys knowing each other at conventions to the iconic friendship you guys have now. And then to avoid getting too serious, can you please do your impersonations of each other?
Yeah. I'll talk about the first half. I think that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
The moment that changed our relationship. And we were great friends, and it didn't make us close friends. We were already close, but it just made it deeper, I guess, when I had a stroke, and Rich was really responsible for getting me to the hospital and saving my life. And it's funny because she said, fun memories together. There's something special about those 48 hours when it was like hit or miss. We didn't know what was going to happen with me, but like you were there, and it was crazy. And so we kind of had this traumatic experience happen that we shared, and we shared it in a way that no one else, with the exception of like Gannon, that was there like at the very beginning when the shit was going down. But we shared an experience. Everyone else, my wife and everyone else came later, but Rich was there when it was at its worst. And that really just made it this deeper thing that we feel like we've been to the war together.
Yeah, and I think it's sort of a logical progression there. You have a near-death experience, you do your best to be sure your friend's healthy, and then you make a comedy series. I think that's pretty.
But funny trivia. The Thursday of that weekend, I had a stroke on Sunday. That Thursday, I had written a first draft of a pilot for Kings of Con. It wasn't called that at the time. Right. And I gave it to you, and you read it on the plane. And then we got together at this bar, and you were like, you loved it, and we were like riffing on it. We're like, we're gonna do this.
Right.
This is gonna happen.
We had a little sidetrack.
And then for 6 to 10 months,
yeah.
And then we were back at it.
It's funny because Robbie's healthy as a horse, so it's easy to overlook it. But that was such a crazy time. Guy had a stroke for crying out loud, and couldn't speak or anything like that. And I remember being the doctor at the ER, and the doctor saying, "Well, here's the thing: we need to give him this medicine, and there's a 40% chance it will reverse some of this. There's a 20% chance or 30% chance that it'll just stop it where it is, and there's a 25% chance that it'll kill him instantly. What do you want to do?" Robbie's like, and I'm like, and I remember, all jokes aside, Robbie was like, and I'm like, I think he wants to call his wife. And the doctor said, your wife can't help you right now. You need to make this decision right now. They were putting the IV in his arm, but they didn't give him the drug. This is the drug you have to have, which is why fast is the motto, why time is so important. Because the quicker you get the drug, the quicker it takes effect. But there is a possibility that in its unclogging of the thing, it will create cranial bleeding, and you'll just bleed out with nothing anybody can do, which of course is scary. And I remember thinking, I'm ill-suited to answer this question. And I remember, like, Rob, we actually laughed.
We laughed.
Because you're in the hospital and you go, what? I'm like,
we're at a convention, right? It's the Sunday after.
yeah, you've just been signing autographs, man. I left a martini over at the steakhouse, you know?
Yeah, and so we looked at each other and kind of laughed, and I was just like,
Fire away, Doc.
yeah, it was crazy.
Crazy time. Now you're
Let's imitate each other.
all right, you do me.
Are you gonna do me?
I think that's probably how this should go.
Should it be me getting you to go out?
Yeah, that's the bit.
Okay. Come on, Robbie. Go out. One more drink.
Yeah, I don't think so, Rich. I'm good.
No, come on. One more drink.
No, Rich, I've had plenty of drinks. I don't even know the drink.
I have plenty of drinks. Everybody has plenty of drinks. Ask this guy. Plenty of drinks? Yeah. Look. It's Drink City. Let's go. Come on.
It's like, I guess I don't know.
Hey, you know what, Robbie? You're a smart man. Understand it? You got a point? Let's go downstairs, have a drink, and talk about it.
Fine. I like it when Ron does imitation of me. He's like, oh, imitation Rich. This is Shirley. Yeah. Hello.
I'd just like to point out this is super meta. Supernatural Convention, Kings of Con, a show about convention. Never mind.
I know.
I wanted to ask, were there any like stories or details, anecdotes you wanted to include in Kings of Con, but it was a little too close to reality, or what determined like?
I don't think anything that didn't make the cut this year will probably make the cut season 2. I mean, I don't think there's anything we didn't put in. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we didn't put in because we're like, we can't do that. We did these exact opposite. Robbie and I, look, we've been at this acting and writing business for a long time. So for us, this is not the time to be timid and tiptoe in the water. Like, we made the jokes we want to make. We took the shots at things we want to take shots at, whether it be ourselves or our goofy friends or whatever. And it's, there's some blue humor. There's some questionable situations we get ourselves into, all built around humor, obviously, and all done in good fun. And we just decided that we were just going to swing through the fence.
Well, you kind of have to. It's like when you're writing comedy, you have to just like go for it, and the stuff that makes you laugh because you're like, oh, should we even go there? You go there.
Damn right we should. And the thing about it is, that's the brilliance about being on Comic-Con HQ, is that there's no advertisers. So we don't have to worry about what Jurgen's hand lotion thinks about the sequence. You know what I mean?
That's maybe that wasn't the right. For example.
If there were a Jurgen's hand lotion sequence. The point is, I'm trying to classy answer to a real question.
I was like, you don't want any of them. Just cut to a commercial for some porn company. No, it's true. We have some freedom, which is nice, and so it's exciting to throw around ideas and go, wow, we can go here.
Well, and I look forward to you guys seeing it, and we can even go further down the road of answering those questions. I don't want to divulge anything at this point, but there are certain things that happen like, this will never work, and next thing you know, we're shooting it on stage like, well, there we go.
Yeah.
And a couple of things that Robbie and I are doing, we're wearing outfits and stuff, and I was like, man, I would hate the writers of this show if it weren't us. Because look at us, we look like jerks.
Yeah. And it's, and to answer your question, we've got like a bullet point list of all these sort of things and ideas, and so whatever didn't make it in this season will find its way in.
Yeah, so, the only people we answer to are, Lionsgate and Comic-Con, who are the people who run Comic-Con HQ, have always given us autonomy. They give us notes, and all the notes we actually are helpful. So the only people who we have to answer to are Rob and Rich, and that's scary. And really beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, being so good at your own jobs that you can write a show about it and start it's something to be really proud of. So great job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we politics of Minncon.
Hi, so my question is more for Rob. Since God is, all powerful and he's brought Cass back before, why didn't he bring back Gabriel?
That's a great question. Rich? Oh, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny because in that, Rich and I were going, what? Why did you bring back Rich? So his people, his friends were like, this is a perfect opportunity. They were being together. And then they wrote that line about I would bring Gabriel back, but, we don't have time. And when we were rehearsing that scene, I kept going, we would bring Gabriel back, but he's got a thing. We would bring Gabriel back, but he's asking for too much money. I don't know. I would have if it were Rob writing the show. So hopefully that will, at some point, I do believe, you and I will get to share the screen together within Supernatural.
I certainly hope so. The first time Rob and I have ever acted together in anything is on Kings of Con, shooting Kings of Con.
It's crazy.
But the first time Rob and I will ever act together on network television is a show we're actually going to shoot next week. We're doing Criminal Minds together. Adam Glass, who is a former writer on Supernatural, is now the showrunner over there, and he called us up. He's like, Rich and Rob, want to come meet Rich and Rob in Criminal Minds? I'm like, you're damn right we do. So Robbie and I are doing an episode of that show. All right. Who shot we here?
Hi. We saw pictures of the monkey on set, and I was wondering if the monkey has a recurring role and if any other animals were in the production.
I'll tell you something about that monkey. It's the only cat who made any money on that show. I'm telling you that.
It was
cheaply.
It was the most expensive performer.
The most expensive, highest paid performer on the show. That monkey was on Friends.
For real.
That monkey had the best resume of anybody on the show.
Yeah.
It makes me think, Robbie, we actually did, I'm not going to force this down your throat, but we brought it's a behind the scenes thing of a lot of the crew. And we brought a slideshow. You want to see a slideshow? It's a good segue into watching the slideshow. Let's watch a slideshow of just, some fun photos.
Okay. Are we commenting or is it easy?
No, we can't let you.
That's a clapper. Those guys.
I know those dudes.
That's great.
We shot the whole thing on my phone. I'm kidding. We never worked out.
I was hiding in the clothes.
A lot of those things age. Those glasses have no lenses. That's producer Tina on the right side. That's not appropriate. That's our art department. That's the floor. That's Robbie in the makeup person.
Get my face on, so I get my beard on.
It's really Jackie.
Rich getting his toupee.
Yeah. We'll be reporting to people who aren't looking back at me. That's our DP, Mark Evans. That's a lot of people.
A lot of people helping make it happen.
Wardrobe department.
Shooting a scene with me on stage and Q&A.
That's Sean, our gaffer, and Mark. Guys with cups.
That's Alicia Collins and the monkey. That's Matt Cohen.
He's Rob. Hiding from me, probably. Elena Huffman. Elena shooting the scene.
Camera
group.
Gil McKinney.
The monkey.
Or
monkey. Robbie and I don't get monkey. That's script supervisor right down there. That's Ellie, associate producer Ellie. That's Woolstone and JB.
Yeah.
That's Rob.
That's a scene. That's not real. That's pretending about it.
Us, producer. He's not really on the crap we're crapping. He's just. Chris took that shot. Schmelke took that picture. There's Lindsay Sloan with me. Chris Schmelke took that photo. Hello. That's Ellie. So the producer Ellie. Robbie and me in a hotel room at the National Convention. Art department. Shooting a scene as if we're at a convention right now, where we are at a convention, which is weird. Sound department. A little cast and crew shot of some of the people. Robbie laughing at Michael Cudlitz. Production office. Recording this song is the theme song of the show. Everybody in the bathroom. Another group shot of the cast and crew. those who were there. And the ad for the show. There we go.
That's fun. I haven't seen that yet.
I barely saw it. Our associate producer, Ellie, who's our right arm, and so if you've ever reached out to Kings of Con during Indiegogo or anything, you probably spoke with her via email or whatever. She's awesome. She threw that together for us last minute, so that was a surprise to us too. Good job, Ellie.
So yeah.
Just the monkey.
One day for the monkey, we couldn't afford him any more than that.
The monkey wanted to taste everything.
Bit of a diva, but yeah, so I don't know if the recurring thing will
So we
happen.
can afford the monkey, it seems to.
Are you really lucky to have found him?
Hi.
Hi.
Are you going to the option papers yet?
We adopted you, yes.
You're wrong with nothing.
Yeah.
My friend Cameron says hi. I'm FaceTiming him right now.
Hi, Cameron.
I can't hear him say hi.
Well, he said hi.
I was just assuming we
She's
got
translating.
I think that may be the monkey.
Alright, so this was his idea, I said, okay. What would your character's favorite slang acronyms be, like YOLO, and why hasn't it been on the show? It'd be so fun.
Are you asking why it hasn't been on Supernatural?
And what are,
I'm not on Supernatural, I don't know.
what is your characters, like Gabriel and God? What acronyms are they like?
I don't know what the hell YOLO is.
It's like LOL or OMG, that kind of thing.
Laugh a lot.
OMG.
Right? Laugh a lot? Like an Irish.
Yeah, laugh a lot.
And YOLO means laugh. What does it YOLO stand for? That's so true.
And that's your
You always know one thing. Robbie, what's your favorite acronym?
Well, God's acronym?
Yeah, sure.
FTW, fare thee well.
Mine is NSFW for Gabriel.
You guys are two of the funniest people I've ever experienced, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
I'm curious what your most memorable or favorite photo op pose has been.
There was this one time we were in, I think, Rome, that someone came up and had, and they wanted you and I to kiss.
Yeah.
You and I to kiss, and she was going to stand outside the picture.
And she didn't treat you as like, you get together, like, we gotta, and they're hold each other.
Okay.
Hold each other. You gotta look at each other like, where are you gonna be? I'm not in the photo. I'm like, no. No, ma'am. Not happening. You get right over here. I'm standing here. Now we'll make out. Thank you.
Yeah, see it right there? Okay, good. All right, let's do this.
And then there's a young lady who came in dressed as a unicorn and made us ride her. That's one of those things you don't go home and tell the kids.
No.
Anything crazy ever at work? No.
And you hope that they never see while Googling with their friends.
Yeah.
I would like to know if Rich will ever be a featured artist on an Ugly Swing album, either vocally or guitar.
Well, I don't know. That's a really bad question, but I will say that in the theme song we recorded for Kings of Con, it's Loud and Swing, but it's Mike on piano and I play bass on it. So I play on the theme song.
There'll be more where that came from, for sure. In fact, we did that, and then we also did these interstitial things, which may or may not be used, but you're on all those.
It's super fun to play with these guys. To me, it's a great opportunity. There's all such great musicians, and whether it's here on Saturday night, which is a huge thrill, or if we get to record more in the future, whatever, it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I would like to add that we need more Rich singing, because there's not a lot out there, and we have a lot of people that absolutely love it.
I agree.
Well, thank you.
I agree. He's really loved embodying this character of the silent bass player. I love it when he came out and did the Eagles songs. That was always a trip.
At some point, we will fold more of that back into Saturday night, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Thank you. And I do.
Hey.
Hi.
I have a question for both of y'all. I'm from the South.
You don't say.
Really? And Rich, I want to know if you've been made fun of, or people are getting used to you saying y'all and snit. I knew exactly what you meant earlier.
But snit's a local thing. I learned snit from Robbie.
Yeah, snit means like a snotty little kid.
Oh, that part, that's
bitchy
it.
woman around you. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
a
snit.
sin I know.
Right. So how's that gone for you?
Robbie and I go to have this argument up the South a lot because he likes to give me a hard time being from the South, which I consider to be distasteful. I don't know how far that's, one man's thinking, I'm kidding. But
I'm from
I don't say y'all a lot, but you give me grief about other things. Rob gives me a hard time about saying euphemisms and colloquialisms.
I don't make fun so much as I'm amazed. I've known you now for quite a while, and things will come out of your, as if you say them every day, things that don't make any sense. You'll be like, well, hell, shit, that's about 1 nose short of a mile.
Oh, yeah.
What? You're like, what the hell does that mean? You don't know 1 nose short of a mile? Probably. No, I didn't even know what you're saying right now.
I do say a lot of that, and one of our favorite times of that is we were in Italy, and Robbie and I were sitting next to each other on a very crowded train going from Rome to Milan, and a clearly newlywed couple or very in love engaged couple sat across from us. He did not speak English, but we were sitting across from him when you were riding the train. It's that awkward thing in the train where you're like, well, I should probably speak to them. So she had a big ring on. She's sitting in her boyfriend's lap, and I'll give you credit for this. I probably should have been simpler in my phrasing of this question, which is really I was saying, when will you two get married? But I said, when are you going to vote the mask? And we're going to tie the knot.
When you get hitched. You get hitched. Hitched.
Get hitched.
Hitched.
And I was like, I'm so sorry.
He doesn't.
Wait. You lovely people. We're sorry. I'm sorry. America apologizes. So I don't say y'all that much, but I say enough other things. And I don't really get grief from people. Just Rob. He's the only one.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your answer. And for you, Rob, I've talked to you a couple times during this convention. And I wanted to ask you, after being here at your concert last night and seeing all of the wonderful talent on Supernatural, have y'all thought about doing a recording with the guests that were here last night? I think it'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, what we did do is we recorded several live shows. And so after the Loud and Sway album comes out the next month or two, we're going to get to work on mixing a live album based on the Saturday Night Special. Thank you.
Hi, my question's for Rob. How did you come up with the name Loud and Sway?
So there's a movie in the late 80s called Vision Quest. And we all really loved growing up. And Matthew Modine's the lead. He's a wrestler in high school. And I don't know, it's kind of a Rocky kind of story. And we really loved it. Anyway, his character name in the movie, which is taken from a book, is Loud and Sway. That's his character name in the movie. And most people don't know that, but occasionally we do get people who are like, Loud and Sway, Vision Quest. And in fact, a great story is that I was at a film festival showing the short film that I made called The Sidekick, and Matthew Modine was